Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. Very good. Welcome also to the many friends who are joining us for Satsang today in Rishikesh, but they are looking in from different parts of the world, and in order to share Satsang in same time, real time with us here. So very big welcome. And okay, very good. Okay, you come? You come.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
Thank you for talking to me. It's seen that it's the ego, the seeker, the person that's here asking you a question again. I mean, I see that, but I have to also accept and just admit that it feels like that, you know. I don't feel that, I can't say that, you know, I'm the self.
Yes.
I can't, you know, say that, but I definitely understand, well, I understand, I kind of feel that way, that I am always that, and it's, I see it, just before I can see it as well. My attention goes, you know, I see that it's, and I kind of understand that I am always that, and it's my attention going, I'm not thinking that I'm the person going to that, you know. And I get, you know, I'm actually talking to you now because I just want to take the opportunity, Guruji, to, I know you can help, you know, or just talking to you maybe helps or whatever. I experience sometimes a space. I have experienced that. I guess it's what you talk about.
Would it be the same as just feeling empty? When you say you experience the space, would it be the same as just saying that you feel really empty, or is it not a kind of feeling?
It was actually more like a distance. Like one time recently, I could actually see that the whole thought process wasn't me. It was really nice. Like normally I can see that, okay, the thoughts that are coming, they're not me, because they're just crazy and they just come and then they go. But recently I could see the whole thinking that was going on. I was back from it somehow.
Yes.
And that's what I mean by space. But it's not very often, to be honest. But in the last months, it's been more. But this kind of real space thing is just actually once like that properly.
Would you have wanted it to be more than that? Be continuous? You're seeing to be continuously clear in the sense that whatever it is that you're perceiving, not that you should cut yourself off from that, because your senses are working, mind is working. There's no need to run away and hide under the bed from what comes in the mind. But there is a discerning power that, of course, you need your mind for practical functioning in life, to do things and to book your ticket to come to India and to do these things. The mind is needed for that. But what we are looking at, actually, that mind, practical mind, generally doesn't cause much trouble. It is the psychological aspect of the mind, where strongly identified with personhood, personality. This is where the confusion comes. This is where the life becomes a struggle.
Yes.
Because then it's being lived from a very personal place. And the person seems to get in the way very often of the natural flow. Existence is not crashing into itself. It is an unfolding. Things naturally arise, or you can say are born, and they go through a certain process of movement and life and so on, and then they again subside into what you may call death or something, or they come to the end of form or something like this. The natural cycle. This is not a right or a wrong. This is a process to do with all manifestation is in a cycle of, being birthed and duration, and again subsiding into non-existence, you can say like this. So that is so fine. But in the human being, the capacity of consciousness to develop much more complex forms of thinking and identity, and the big mistake, not anybody's personal mistake actually. You see, you cannot find one single person to say, actually this is the one who is responsible for all of this trouble. You cannot find. You see, it seems it is part of the very expression of life, that inherent in that expression was that for a time the beings would be deluded into believing that they are only the form, and the conditioning that pours in onto that form. And most beings, they are referring to and relating from that perspective, that I am this body, I'm a woman, I'm a man, I'm so many years old, which is the age of the body, and I studied this, I like, I dislike, and so on, and presenting this as though it is a fixed thing. And everything that we mention, based upon our bodily identity, none of it is stable, it is always changing. This is not anything new, we know this, but sometimes the wisdom that should accompany that knowledge, we seem to not have developed. Why? Because if we had developed wisdom with that obvious fact that everything that you see is subject to transformation and is unceasingly changing, rising and falling like that. If wisdom had accompanied that experience, then you would see that it would be really a false thing to put so much energy, invest so much energy in something which is continuously changing. You see? And with the senses though, we are trying to stabilize that change so that it either doesn't change so quickly, because we want to enjoy it longer, and the things we don't enjoy, we want to push them on more quickly so that we don't have to suffer them. And so let's just say that, let's just get this said for now. Then your question is, I do from time to time, I see, you say, that the thought processes, all of these things, they are ephemeral, they come and go. But I only have this seeing occasionally. I see that my attention goes out through the senses, outwardly all the time. Yeah. And I am not able, I don't feel I'm in a position authentically to say that I am the self. And I totally agree. You should not say it simply because it's a kind of spiritual conditioning to say, yes, we're all the self, I am the self, It has to have some power. Not just belief, it has to come through direct experience, beyond even conviction that it is just a fact. And when something is a fact, you don't have to keep on saying it. You just live in the truth of it. If we keep on saying it, it means that you're not grounded in that knowledge. Why would you want to say that? You don't go around saying to people, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, because it's a bit obvious. People say, why are you a woman? Why are you so much going on that you're a man, is it? So what is obvious for us, what is truth, we don't keep on saying it because it is just natural for you. So the point here is not to get you to say, look, I am the self. It means nothing to say, I'm the self. Who are you? I'm the Parabrahman. I'm the Absolute. It doesn't mean anything at all if it's just words. It doesn't mean anything. Anybody can say this thing. You see. But in your case, you say, I can't say this because it would not feel genuine. I feel that mostly my identity is located more in the personal field. So from my position, I can only say that occasionally I do have the insight that you're pointing to, but it is not yet continuous.
It's that's right. It's not continuous. But I mean, I look. You know, I look and look, and every time I'm looking for the one who's looking, or just looking for the person. You know, I mean. For a start, so I can't find this one, right? And with the body...
Can I say, I have to cut in a little bit now, because we're last week. See? And I'm trying to get as many people through the door as possible before Sunday. And so, in still keeping with what you're saying, because it is for you what I'm going to say also, see? Many people will say this. It is not continuous. The state of pure awareness is not continuous. So who is saying, please listen now, who is saying it is not continuous? Is it the state itself is saying, I am not continuous? Like awareness is admitting, look, I am not continuous. Actually, if you really look, you'll see I am not continuous. Is it awareness is saying that I'm not continuous? And I just can't keep it up. I just can't keep up being aware. Is it awareness? Does awareness say, sorry, after a while I fade. I shine brightly, and then sometimes I just fade. I can't keep it up. So, obviously it is not the awareness itself. It is not the natural state that is subject to any change. Can we come this far together and accept this? Yeah. So, whose evidence are we listening to? You see? Someone is saying, some entity is saying, it is not yet my experience that the awareness is continuous. And many people understand that. We speak the same language, energetically, conditionally. We understand what is meant by that. Why? Because we take ourselves in that position, to say this, the position of, say, a seeker at present. We accept this position that is who I am right now. And from this perspective, from this identity that I am right now, what I observe is that awareness is not continuous, or my ability to stay as the awareness is not continuous. Can we say like this for the moment? Okay. Mm-hmm. So then I just want to take a look only at this for now, at this, and see how many together here in this space can come to some clarity about this thing. Okay? Now, the sense that the person who is saying that, from my point of looking, from my place of looking, I'm not able to maintain a kind of, to sustain my identity as awareness. And I'm asking, is it required of you? First thing. Can anybody do it? I would say that not even the Buddha could do it. Nor Krishna, nor Christ. They cannot do it because it's not something to be done. However great a yogi you are, however great a meditator you are, if it is an effort to be aware, you will not be able to keep it up, however great a yogi. Therefore, it cannot be that is what is meant by self-realization. Nobody can keep it up. So what is it then? It has to be that there is a realization, there's a recognition that what you are thinking and because nobody is questioning you. You're questioning awareness, you're questioning your mind, you're questioning life, you maybe question the scriptures, you maybe question your mind also, but you don't question. The one who is giving evidence is who? Huh? Is this one going to possess awareness? I want to take a little time just to see if we adjust to what I'm pointing. Is this one who is saying, I came here to realize yourself, Mooji. I came all the way from San Francisco. I can't go back like this. I've got to get it. You see? And I say, very good. Come to Satsang. Let's see if we can clear it up. And from my place of looking, I come with great joy because what I feel you need to recognize is not a burden for you. It should not be a burden. It's not something you have to keep up. How are you going to keep it up? When your children are going, Mommy, Mommy, how can you keep up being aware? You cannot, nobody can keep it up. It is not, it's a false idea. You cannot do it. You must either recognize that the awareness, if your name is John, do you have to keep up being John in the day? You have to, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John. Richard, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John, I'm John. Samuel, I'm John. John, yeah, John. Do you have to remember? Do you have to think? You have to keep anything up? No, you don't have to keep anything up. You don't even have to remember you're John. Someone called Jeffrey, nothing you keep on doing. John, yeah, you see? Did you remember you're John? It's like this. You see? Because there's a conviction here. I don't have to try. I don't wake up in the morning and sit in front of the mirror and says, you are John. You don't do it. Why? You go out without any rehearsal and you answer to the name John. You go out and without any rehearsal, you are consciousness. Even more than you are John. But then throughout the day, one refers to oneself, I'm John, I'm John. You never say, I'm consciousness. We don't even think we are consciousness. You think more, the fact is I am John, more than I am consciousness. Now, I would like to realize the state of awareness and, and it doesn't fade. It doesn't go away. I don't go to sleep and in the morning, it's gone. So how is that going to be? How is it going to be? The very one who is searching, you see, is also composed of awareness or consciousness, if you want to put it like this, no? But it's also mixed with identity. It's also mixed with identity. And throughout the waking state, it is relating to life more on the side of identity, of personal identity, than it is functioning as consciousness. Our interactions, we answer more as a person rather than as consciousness. And it is this person who is trying to become consciousness. Subtle thing. Because most of you are going to hear this and it's just not going to go in. I remember, it's like you go to, suppose you go to one of these machines that you want a can of Coca-Cola and it's a machine. And then you have to put, €1. You put €1, look, and it keeps coming out. The money come out. You put it again, it come out. Put it again, it come out. You scratch it. Put it come out. You put it come out. Then you put it and it goes. Good. Then you can press Coca-Cola and it come out. Huh? So somehow this thing I'm speaking is like this. I'm telling you, and it goes click, look. I said, The person is not the right thing. The person is, well, yeah, but yeah, he's saying that, I know. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. You see? I'm putting in the money of inquiry. Click, click. I want enlightenment to come out. But the money keep coming out. And the money is saying, I want the enlightenment. So I don't know if it is good luck or something. I would rather think it's not good luck only. That grace has a lot to do with it. It brought you here. It is a subtle thing because we have been conditioned to think in a certain way and also to believe we are this person. And that is primarily the obstacle, if you want to say. The belief, the firm belief that we are personal. The person wants to define the impersonal. You see? But the person is not true. The person is really already the impersonal, strongly believing itself to be personal and being very insecure about being a person and about losing the person. So it's going to come up again, no doubt, this morning. It will come up maybe in different ways. What I'm speaking comes in different ways, and you may find a way, a certain door will open that, this door I know, and you'll come into the same room. You see? But we have to say this thing, because it is so clearly seen what the mistake is. And yet, if it is not understood in the heart, meaning that you really see it with such clarity that it transforms something about your own sense of self. It is completely transformed. You don't become another self. You stop becoming what you're not. And maybe for the first time, recognize and acknowledge and be your true self. Which is a great discovery, a great, great, beautiful discovery. And not discovering this, we continue to suffer in this world and to spread our suffering also. All the carnage and all the painful things in the life, not just painful but the things which makes us very unhappy is coming out of this misunderstanding. So it is a question of a bit of urgency for me, also in sharing and knowing that what you're searching for is here in the room, in you. And only has to be recognized. But if you're sitting and listening and holding on to your person, you see, because the person feels vulnerable, and in any authentic discovery for truth, the person is going to come under fire a little bit. Not that I'm aiming at the person. I'm just wanting that you see from your true place, but then from the false place, something is feeling insecure, and you, the consciousness, is protecting and defending that thing because you identify with it. So it's been popping up throughout this time we're here in Rishikesh. Little seeds are popping open. I see them, some people sitting on the trees, whatever. Some people burning. What is this burning? Meaning that something has been seen and it's created a fire inside, something burning. And I say, don't be worried and don't be thinking, what can I do? You've done enough, This burning is not a what to do moment. Something is burning, and don't worry about it. This fire will not burn you. It will only burn what is not you. Something is like that. And it's a beautiful time. It's a powerful detoxing going on, you see. And the mind says, but you're never going to be happy again. Look, you're feeling miserable and all of this. And I say, no. The best thing is happening to you. You're burping up Your being is burping out all the things which are not been in service to your truth. So this fire, don't go run around looking for water also. Because even if you go and bathe in the Ganga, the fire will still be inside for a bit. So welcome this fire. It's doing a very good job. It's your satsang fire. So I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you unless you have something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to realize that I'm really not the person. I really want to be able to say that, to mean it, because that's what I feel is
What
needs to
makes
happen.
you presently you feel that you're the person?
Presently, I feel that I look all the time doing self-inquiry and see that I see that I'm not the body.
Okay.
Yeah, and I see I'm not the person when I look for the person.
Yes.
And I do all this self-inquiry.
You
like, who
who is
am I
making
and
you
where, what?
you who are making this discovery, you are what? Slow down.
Okay.
You say, I look and I see I am not merely the body. I'm not saying throw the body away, leave the body. But I'm not only the body. Even if you say, okay, the body is me too. Yeah, okay, but I'm not only the body. The body is not speaking. Okay? I'm not this body. And also I see that I'm not merely my thoughts. The thoughts are coming and going. I can see something reacts with them sometimes, or believes in them. But even that thing which is believing in them, is that who I am? Because I'm able also to watch belief. This is the power of the inquiry. I am also seeing that a lot of energy is going towards that identity. So stay in the place of the observing. You see? Who is perceiving all of this? Don't answer me with words. No? Just let my question mean something for you. Let it put a light on inside you and see. Who are you who is observing these things? Who says, I'm not the body, I'm not merely my thoughts, I'm not merely my feelings. Because they come and go, but I'm still here. And when they go, I am still the one who watched them go. So I cannot be them. It's a bit common sense, no? Okay? So who is it then who remains while the thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, time come and go? You see, all these things come and go. What is it that doesn't come and go? So it's not just the mental answer, the verbal answer. You know, this is a discovering answer. Who are you who is making this discovery?
I look. I think I understand you, Guruji. Like I'm really looking, and that's why I'm standing here now.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking and looking. I don't find. I can't. Right now, maybe.
Okay. Listen. Okay, listen. You look and look and look, and you see everything come and go. Yes, everything is coming and going. It's true. Your thoughts, feeling.
Yes.
Your yesterday is gone. You cannot go and retrieve it. It's not somewhere. It's not in the Punjab. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay? You cannot go anywhere in the world and any place and find yesterday. Not even in Australia from here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay? So everything come and go. Everything come and go. And is witnessed also to come and go. Okay? Which is fine. It's nothing new. It's always been like this. Everything come. The shape, time, space, objects also, and your relationship to objects, the way you feel, your moods, your desires, they come and go. It's not a painful thing we're talking. It's just simply observation, okay? And they are observed to come and go, isn't it? They are observed to come and go. So the observing of them coming and going is happening in this body, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
It's me who's observing it. I understand.
Yes.
I see that.
Yes.
It's me.
Yes.
No, and I'm not talking about ego.
Okay. No. That's okay. No, you say it's me who is observing that. This me who is observing all of that. Can this me be observed also? Slow down. Everybody come together. Huh? The one who is observing all of that. Is it the thoughts, the feelings, the ideas, the concepts, the memory, sensations, desires, attachment, my body, all of this. All of this is observed. That which is observing all of these things, can it be observed? Try now, because the answer can be answered today. I'm not giving you homework. What? When I say what is doing this, I don't want just a verbal answer. The verbal answer will not be it. It will only indicate. And then energetically, I will feel if this answer you give is coming from the place that it should come from. It cannot just come from the mind. But don't be thinking, oh, it's so complicated. It's not complicated. Wrong word, it's not complicated. You say it's coming from you. You say, and I accept it's coming from you. But what you are you talking about? How do you look?
There's no one else aware of, I'm the one who is aware of,
Yes.
of everything.
Yes.
It's not anyone else.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
it's me.
Yes, it's a particular form of I. Yeah?
Like the real one.
The real one.
Yes.
Yes.
Not this. I look for this one. I don't see it.
Yes, yes. But please bear with my annoying question. Okay? You who are perceiving, now please share with us. Can we have a portrait of you? Can we make a photograph of the one who is seeing everything?
No.
Are you tangible or intangible? Material or immaterial? Are you visible or invisible? The one who sees everything. Experience the answer. Find out. We're here for this, to find out. Is it the one you see in the mirror? Is it this one?
No, it's not that one. It's just, you.
Does it have a date of birth? This one?
No, I have to touch thought for everything to say anything. If I just listen without thinking about who I am or something, then I'm just here.
Yes. Yes. But right now it is very important to have a clear sense, a clarity as to what you are. Why? Because conditioning, society, helps to create an image of yourself in your mind that you are this. Okay? That you are this. It seems innocent enough. But if you don't discover the truth beyond this, if you don't experience it clearly somehow, in a non-dual recognition, meaning that it's not an object, it's not you're saying, yes, I can see myself. No, you cannot see yourself. You can see from yourself, but you cannot see yourself. An example, we say a very sharp knife can cut many things, cut many things. But it cannot cut itself. It cannot cut itself because why? It is one thing. To cut means two, one thing cutting another. The knife, however sharp, it cannot cut itself, no? You understand this, no? And the eyes can see so many things. You can see so many things. But they can't see themselves directly. You can try. You can't do it. The eyes cannot see themselves. They can only see something, an object or something. Yeah? The ears, you can say, through the ears, is hearing something, but can the ear hear itself? A scale can weigh so many objects, but can it weigh itself? It cannot weigh itself, because it is one complete thing. You see? You are one. You cannot see yourself, not as an object you cannot see. Everything you're seeing, including your person, is an object formed inside your consciousness, is an idea inside your mind. That which is looking, can that be seen? And by whom can it be seen? That which is seeing, and not just seeing with the eyes, flesh eyes, but seeing meaning perception, perceiving. So feelings and thoughts and emotion and subtle things, it sees everything. What is it? You see? I don't want a university answer, what it is. I don't want some thesis about it. Yeah? Where is this seeing arising from? Where even the seeing, the functioning of seeing, is itself perceived. What is here then? Huh? What is here then? Oh, this is here. No, don't give me an answer like that. Just allow my question some space. Use the question like a light to see you, because you naturally know it is me. I am seeing all of this. I am seeing all of this. But you who are seeing all of this, can you be found? You intuitively know, I am here. You naturally know, I am here. Nobody told you you're here. You know by yourself you're here. But as what are you here? If this body was not here, would you be here? What is looking at the body? What feels the body? You're sitting, many of you sitting down. You're aware of this body sitting. If it stands up, something is aware it's standing up. If the head turns to the left, something knows the head turned to the left. Is that thing turning to the left? That knowing, that knowingness, very subtle. It's very important that you somehow recognize, somehow acknowledge, somehow, and just be aware of this, just now. The mind is saying, what for, what for, what for? It's no use to anybody. What is the value of understanding this? It is going to put an end. It's going to put an end to all sorrows in you, all the fears. It's going to reveal that you are timeless. Not believe, you will know. You're going to stop feeling, oh, I got it and lost it. You see, but it's not true. I cannot lose it. Oh, I lose it. There's no I and it. I am it. Not I and it. I am it. I'm helping you too much. I'm helping you too much. And still you look at me like, you have the power to see. I am only directing your seeing a little bit. To see what you already see. To make known to you what is obvious. So that you stop believing that you're merely something that is a time bomb. You're not a clock. This body is a mortal body. It's a mortal body. But the one who is inside it is timeless. Being in this body for a short time and using that time to recognize itself in this body. If it doesn't recognize itself in this body, it will change body and try and recognize itself in that body. But in every body that it comes, it feels I am, means I am here. We know this thing. But it's not enough, because if it doesn't recognize what I'm pointing to, it will keep believing I'm this person. And when you believe you are a person, you react and behave like a person. You're too sensitive. You get hurt very easily. You see? And when you get hurt very easily, you clam up and you say, I don't like talking to this person because they make me feel uncomfortable. And so you're not here for truth. You are just moving like some weak thing. Who hears my words? That's very good. You said already, so early. Some people are taking many, many, many years to come even to this, to acknowledge this much seeing. But I see that I'm seeing all of that, they come and go. If it come and go, why am I tying myself to it? Let it go. It's natural that it goes. Why am I trying to create some long-term relationship with something that's only here for 15 minutes? Why giving so much importance? Let it come and go. It is fine. It's God's will. Let it come and go. Has there been anything that has come and not gone? You are the witness. Only your word is true. You must answer. In your experience, has there been anything that visited you and is still here? Unchanged. Because even you, the one who is observing all these changes, even you who are observing all these changes and following, oh yes, like this, are you also the ultimate one? Because when sleep comes, you also won't be here. You're good during the waking state. Oh yes, you're observing everything in the waking state. But when sleep comes, shop shut for business. The business of perception is over for now. The perceiver needs to sleep. Is it the final reality, even this perceiver? Is it? If there was not inside us the capacity to understand this thing, you would not have been born as a human being. If there was not in you the capacity to grasp this in your heart, you would not have been born as a human being. Maybe a donkey or something, or something. Not that they are to be looked down upon, but there is something unique when consciousness plays in this human garment, because it has the capacity to contemplate itself and to recognize its own divinity, which it will waste this opportunity if it conceives of itself to be only a person. What has happened in your life to have brought you to a place like this, you see? Where this matter is being gone into so deeply, and only for clarity. I'm not trying to make you into anything or to join any club, no registration, nothing. Just you need to know and understand this and experience a clarity within yourself, not a new ideology, not a new set of conditioning. We're right there, you see. We came right there. We admit, I see all of this. I see all of this. Even some things are so subtle in my mind, they have no names for them. Them also I see. I said, oh, this is good. That one who sees, can this one be found? Can you do a drawing of it? Is it tangible? How does it look? The seer of all of this. Now you have to answer now. Only you can answer. Your father can't answer for you. Your girlfriend can't answer for you. Nobody can answer. Only you must answer for you now. And you don't have to make anything up. You don't have to create anything. You only have to recognize the obvious. Look at that. You can go to many places. You have to study so much. Study. And still you don't get it. I'm not asking you to study. I'm asking you to look.
I mean, I see all my thoughts, stuff like that, like I said, like you said now.
Actually, even the thoughts are not yours. Even the thoughts are not yours. You are calling them yours. Because somehow you create a relationship with them and you believe you have attached them to your sense of self, so you say they're yours, but they're not yours.
That's right.
Yeah, who gave them to you?
So I can, okay, like just to answer your question without thinking about it too much, you know, the one who sees all these things is not...
Does it have a problem? Let's get down to nitty-gritty. Does it have a problem? Can it have a problem? The one who is seeing, but in an uninvolved way, in a detached way. Just seeing is occurring to it, but it is not invested in the seeing. You see? Because many things in the daytime, you see many things, and they don't leave any footprints in your mind. Why? Because you have no particular interest in them. You'll only register the things which have some personal interest and meaning for you. You're doing it all the time, even. It's a beautiful functioning of consciousness. Suppose each thing you looked at, you had to collect and register in your mind. Where are you going to keep all this stuff? You can look at all this in perfect detail. I can bring a microscope and look at everything and turn away and leave it right there. I don't have to go home and dream about it. Flowers, oh, flowers, oh. No. So you're not picking up things every time. They're just the things that somehow have crept in because they have a personal relationship you formed with them. They keep coming up and you keep calling them, these are my thoughts, you see. That which is perceiving, just perceiving, huh? Because when you woke up this morning, you did not switch on the waking state. You didn't get up and go, oh, almost forgot. Functioning, I am perceiving. No, it happened quite spontaneously. It is there, isn't it? You did nothing for it. Then you have a sense that, oh, I must go this, oh, I mustn't forget this thing, I'm late, and all of this talking. Also that you see, even that you see. You appear inside this waking state as a human being moving about, having a life and so on. Is that not also seen? Also? Didn't 8 o'clock come and pass, and 9 o'clock come and pass, and 10 o'clock come and pass? Have you come and pass? So I'm going back, I don't want to hear from the person because the person has been talking for thousands of years. Too much talking now, okay? I want to talk or to see or to hear from the one, from whom the person comes. Who watches the person? Is it not you? I want to see if this one has a problem. If this one has a religion. I want to see if this one is a man or a woman, and how old is it? And don't be afraid, because sometimes here some fear comes in the mind, like, oh my God, if I go here, maybe I'm not going to be able to come back to being me again, and all of this type of stuff. Don't worry. You went to bed last night, and then for 6 or 7 hours, you were not you. And guess what? You woke up and you're you again. Don't worry. Okay? I'm not going to steal you. Okay? You can look and experience from yourself. You can allow yourself to see what is true. You've come to a place. You're a good one. You've come to a place. You say, I want to see. You ask, no? I want to see this. I want to see from the... So I'm pointing you. I don't think it's difficult. By now we should have done it already. By now we should have done it.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest with you, like I feel probably like, I guess I'm just believing these thoughts then that come and say that I don't feel like in that space right now. I feel just like I'm kind of listening, concentrating to you. I don't feel like I'm kind of...
You know what? I told you something.
Thought.
I told you something. That I use this example, it's a good one. If we, all of us here was on the 50th floor and somebody shouts fire and you look out the window and all underneath us to the 49th floor is fire. The building is on fire. And there's only one way out of this room. Okay? And it is a lift. And it only takes one person at a time. Okay? The building is on fire. You have to come out. And on top of that, the door will only open to you if you can leave yourself outside. If you can leave your self-notions, or I don't think I will be able to do it. If you can, otherwise, if you're like that, somebody will just push you out the way and take your space. And one person it can take at a time. Will you make it out of this building? The thing is, you have too much time. And that's why you think, oh, well, I don't know, my mind is coming. Okay? And this, I don't know. The house is on fire. And now it's your turn. And you have 1,300 people behind you going, hey, 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 hey. Will you make it out of this building?
Let's go. Come on. Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
I am already out.
You are?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm calling you.
Yes.
Are you making it out? You see? Because I say to you, look from where you're looking. And you say, oh, I don't know, my mind. You start to make excuses. The house is on fire. Will you make it? Can you drop yourself? Can you drop this idea? Actually, you drop this wrong idea of yourself. Leave it at least for 10 seconds to get out the building. Just in the because if you're in the lift and you start to remember yourself, it's going to stop. Will you make it out of this building? Who is going to make it out of this building?
Yep, that's right.
You see, now he's back on board. Yeah. What changed? What changed? What would have changed now? Your hand is up.
Yeah, because I don't want time. I don't want to... And I know it's this I hear it, but why should I have to carry on suffering and making...
Yeah, stuck lift.
Okay.
Stuck lift. You have to chop it. No explanation, no nothing, no justification. Will you make it out of this building? That's all I'm asking. No time to explain. The lift doesn't want to hear nothing. Just the minute you start to think, and you feel the heat coming as well too. What will you? You have to cut it. And sometimes I feel you do best when you have no choice and you have no time. Am I right or not? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you have too much choice, you monkey around. Too much time, you monkey around. You see? Like this. When you have no time and you have no choice, some power comes back to you. Like this. And this power you need to be free. Otherwise you start to speculate and you want to have some apple fizz while you're thinking about it and stuff. You don't want. You see? And this laziness can follow you life after life after life while you keep on postponing, waiting to be brave. You don't need to be brave. You see? It's not that, this is a very straightforward path that consciousness has cut open for those who somehow, for you in fact, there are other doors into this ocean, there's other spaces into this. But this space is very simple, very clean, very clear. It's for those who have had enough of practice. But it's okay also, if you want to practice, self-inquiry is a good practice also. Especially if you have urgency. But now I'm pointing you, I'm asking, what is it that takes no time? What is it that takes no time even? In itself takes no time. It's not about time. Is there anything in you that takes no time? Is there anything in you that is not waiting for next? The mind is waiting next. What is the next? Okay, now what? While you're having breakfast, what's for lunch? And when you're having lunch, what's for dinner tonight? It's always on to next. What is it that's not next in you? Don't give verbal answers, because if you swallow any of these questions, you will know. You will know it. Also, the realization of the self is not an event. It's not something that's going to happen. Everything else has been happening and passing. What is happening is the recognition of the self, you may say, is an event. But the self is not an event. It's not that suddenly it moved. It does not move. It is always here. Then if you, who you conceive yourself to be, is moving, then you are time. When you are witnessing that which moves, then you are beyond time. Are you not the witness of time? Or are we only the victim of time? Are you not also the witness of time? Is your life on the face of some clock? This body is a time body. Of course, it's ticking away. It had a beginning and it has an ending. Somebody will fill in the paperwork. They did one. The one who started it may not be the one who signed you out. Okay? But there is that in you that no one can sign out. We're here to find that. That's all I'm here to do. That's all I'm here to do in Rishikesh, actually. To find the one who is timeless. I thought it was you.
What can I do now?
Yeah.
For this
you
okay.
have caused enough trouble.
Yes. Yes.
You have caused enough trouble. You're the only trouble on this planet. This I, what can I do? You've done enough, no? What can you not do?
What can I not do?
Yes. Because this you cannot do.
I see there's a desire, for this recognition, like a
Yes.
firm.
The recognition is not owned by anybody. No person has this recognition. It's not the person in you that will recognize. It's only it's the non-person in you that recognize. Is my words too complicated to speak like this? You feel that the final fact in you is a person. I say the person, it's a myth. It is okay because, when you realize the self, you will still answer to your old name. It's okay, no problem. There's no problem. If you liked coffee before, you will not suddenly like hot chocolate if you didn't like it before, because now you're universal, you like everything. It's not like that. You may still have your own unique things. It's fine. It's superficial. These are not what it's about. It's not what it's about. So don't be worried that somehow your life is going to be so different. It doesn't have to be so different on the surface. It's just that there's a shift from person to presence. You have been living as a person, and the person is on the clock. Now you're recognizing, the first stop is to recognize yourself as presence. Presence is not the person. It is the presence of the Holy Spirit, in fact. The Spirit of truth. And it is already here. It's not going to come in from anywhere. It's already here. It comes up from within itself. It shows itself. When the room is clean, he will come in that room. Okay? When the room is dirty, he won't come in there. And dirty means that you keep believing that you're just a person. You see? But even then, he has to take care of you. This has to take care of even the person, because it created the notion of a person for a while. It's only a working title. It's not your eternal identity.
This I, who's not even real, when I look, can see that, I don't know, I was going to say that there is no person.
Do you know why we say that if I am not around going telling people your I is not real? You have to reach a certain level for that statement to kind of come. You have to be able to assimilate what it means. Do you know what it means to say that the I is not real? Because you feel I so powerfully. And why would someone say it's not real? It's not the best teaching. It's a great discovery, but it's not the most effective teaching. Because none can accept it.
Well,
the sense I am is, when it is impersonal, this is your most beautiful state. But when the sense I am is become personal, it is not. It is a crisis state, troublesome state. The I am must only be as presence, not only person. For a while, it must be as person. In the beginning, it will feel itself as person. And after a while, it will become tired of being a person. That is already grace. If you're feeling tired of being a person, this is already grace calling you to come to presence. This is first. Something in you is calling you to presence. But maybe the person is not ready. You see, not ready to leave person yet, because the sense of presence frightened them.
I don't think it's frightening me, like maybe you see it is, but...
No. You see, the thing is, I have to use what you say and spread it out generally until you're ready to be zapped.
Okay.
You see, I'm still waiting for you. But until we get to the knockout punch, I have to spread it around the place, and so because we're all here together, and then I don't want them to go to sleep and waiting, you see. But when something, I feel it there, like this, then I have to go and say, okay, maybe you're going to see now. And for a while you were there looking, like this. And then you went back again to being the person again. And so then I have to leave it and spread it open for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try someone else again. You're still in the game, but we'll try someone.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay, you can come. Yeah.
Sorry. I was just sitting there and I'm trying just to leave it, but there's just this insane fire inside of me, and it's just saying, it's just like the urge to come up. It's just I can't even suppress it anymore. And I've been trying to suppress it for the past few days and saying just keep quiet, but it's just going.
Why are you
insane.
trying to suppress it?
God knows why. I don't know. But so. Yeah, I just want you to kill me. So
yeah. Because the
Yeah.
fire is working for me as well. There, don't suppress him. He's doing very beautifully. You don't have to suppress him. What does he want to do? What does the fire want to do?
Oh, I can't even express like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, I had the thing is I had a question that was going over and over my head for the past week was I can't I see the oscillation, I can view the oscillation to amazing moments to just like really down but to use the inquiry just to find out who is perceiving this. I've never been able to
The
really.
who question is not so important right now. The who is sometimes hijacked by the mind to make it seem as though you're looking for somebody. The reason why it's asked who am I, and not only what am I, is because we are inclined to think of ourselves as a who more than a what. Okay? So therefore the question, okay, then who am I? If I'm a which who am I? You know? Who am I? What am I? You see? What is there? You see? So this who, don't be looking for like you're going to find somebody in there. Maybe there's an assumption that I'm here, but who am I? Okay, I am here, but who am I? This is a good question. I am here, but who am I? Some people may ask, but what's the point? You know you're here, why ask who? But this is very important to not just who as in Mr. George or Mr. So-and-so, but what is it exactly that is being referred to as I? What is it when you say I? What precisely? What is the substance of I? What is it that you're speaking? You must experience this because, it's not you give me an answer and I leave you alone. No, you have to experience. Use this time here to feel, to discover. Because once you have discovered, you stop losing your time, you stop hemorrhaging time and energy to foolish things. Because you have come now to see the one who lives here. There's one who is in here. And he is not a person. He plays as a person a little bit. But the real opportunity in the life is to discover actually what it actually is. Game up. Okay? To experience what it is. Not who you were told it is, but what it is you have to discover. Yeah? Some people feel this question is not for them. This question is for everyone, actually. It's just a question of time. Maybe it's not your time. Maybe your fascination is for other things for now. But the one who gets this question may discover this thing here today, who you are. Not 6 months, not 6 hours even. This is why it is a question I'm putting to you. You are also asking, I want to know who I am. I want to know who I am. The fact goes before the question. I am. You know you are. You know you are. Okay? Naturally, we know. Nobody had to tell you that you are. You know you are. But why are we asking, what are you? Because this I am feeling, it was natural from the beginning. It was the presence of God. It is the presence of God in you. Okay? But in the world, something conditioned it to make it into just flesh and blood and conditioning. Belief. I'm a person. And then I call that maybe a fall from grace, because then we start to function as the notion that I'm merely this person, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I live here and so on. So only out of pure intelligence is come to question if this is still a fact for you. Is it still a fact for you? Are you doing well as a person? Are you doing well in this life as a person, flesh and blood and belief, identity? You see? Or has there been an urge inside you to say, no, there's something more, and I am confused, I need someone to help me to discover my true nature. Then you came here, something brought you here. And it's already put you on fire. You're on fire, meaning that grace is already burning something. The mind is one trying to understand what is this burning about, you know, and all these things. But you're not to worry. You are say thank you. You should be just in the state of thank you. Thank you for picking me up and burning me. Please do not leave anything unburnt. Leave nothing which is untrue unburnt. Yes, I'm on fire. Yes, I'm on fire. Yeah, can't sleep. Yeah, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. What is the thing that you really want to know in this moment? See? The one who is burning even is burning in front of you. You are not the burning. You are witnessing the burning. You are witnessing the burning, you see. Yes, you must experience this burning in this body. Something good is coming out of it. But that which is aware of the burning cannot be burnt. This you must know. And it is clear enough. You let it burn, but don't identify with any fire. Let the fire burn. Fire is grace, but you are there watching, and you cannot be burnt. You have no temperature. You have no degrees, neither cold nor hot for you. Your dynamic existence is on fire at the moment. But your timeless awareness self is pure, imperishable, unconquerable. This fire is your good fortune, is your blessing. Say something now? No. How are you feeling now? The fire is okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't, yeah. Yeah. I really love you, man. I love you so much. I love you so much. I just love you so much.
Yes.
Just thank you.
Very good. Very good. One second. Who's got a burning question? Come. Okay, okay. Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you. Love you so much.
Thank you.
I jumped into the white fire. I spoke of this when I sent you a letter at the Zima. I was on a silent retreat online. And you read my letter. And you pointed me to just acknowledge, to be quiet and to acknowledge what is showing up. And my life is such grace.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. And I'm so grateful. I was following Satsang from Cape Town. And some urge just said, I must come here to, I don't know, but just, I just felt like I needed to follow this. And yeah, I could see some play of, I even had a sort of a Satsang flu show up there, as you call it. And everything just opened up to bring me here. And I see from your pointing to be quiet and to acknowledge, and the one who is seeing, from where is the scene? And it is you, it is everything. Thank you, Mooji Baba. Mooji Baba, Mooji Baba, Mooji Baba. So, what did the cow say when the cow jumped over the moon? What did the cow say?
Well, the moon said, wow.
Thank you. Holy now.
Holy now.
Holy now, Mooji.
Oh, is that what it we were once going down from driving from Rishikesh. We went by road, and we were driving on the road, and someplace I don't know where it is. So it's good I don't know where it is, because all along the road was marijuana. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, I think that's marijuana. All there and all going back and up the mountains. Oh my God, do people know that this is marijuana? What do they do here? So we are looking, and then we saw in the field also the animals in the field, the cows are eating. So someone said, I think these are the cows that jumped over the moon. Everybody thinks it's for making rope, but the cows are nicely.
I love you. I love everyone here. Everyone is so beautiful.
Yes, this is true.
Everyone is so beautiful. love, so much grace. And I just want to say thank you so much to everyone here, the volunteers. I didn't have time to volunteer because I didn't know I was coming, but I'm happy to volunteer. And especially Shri, she's like poetry in motion. The way she just, everything just, it's beautiful. and all the beautiful music.
Yeah,
just so much beautiful music, and so thank you so much. And I would so love to just come up and hug you. I really wish I would like to very much if you would allow me to.
Okay.
Please. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You are such a blessing. You anoint the world with such grace, such love. So many people, more and more, coming to recognize this. My prayer has been answered.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you.
Bhagavan, thank you for coming to Rishikesh this year also.
Thank you.
In India, every child even knows what is the meaning of the mukti. That is the liberation, the freedom from the birth and death cycle.
Yes.
This is also what I aspired right since childhood. And the fire was too much burning. Finally, I had a glimpse here, 3 years back here in your satsang. And since then, there has been a lot of burping, a lot of exposed fears. Last year, I mentioned about my panic attacks also, and they have not subsided in last 1 year. In fact, I had to go to higher medication.
Who is panicking? Just want to find out. Something is panicking, no? We understand panic attacks, and something gets panicked, and I just wanted to know if we can just put it in the inquiry for the second and see what comes, because they say there's a panic attack, and we understand something, some breathing changes and something, but it's an effect in consciousness. Would you say or not?
Yes,
Okay.
that is true. That is very much seen also.
It is seen and felt. It has a strong physical, physiological and psychological impact, something. But it is seen, isn't it?
That is right. It is seen as a cloud, but it doesn't pass.
And it is seen that it doesn't pass also. Are you suffering panic attack now?
No. I booked the tickets twice and then I had to cancel it. And
so that was during some anxiety came when it comes to booking the ticket and so on, but it subsided, and so it is not continuous. You experience some panic attack and then it subsides, and it may raise again at some point and it may go again down. You observe this also?
Yes, I observe, and as I observe, it becomes very personal. I'm not able to keep it as a
so it becomes
witness.
personal. That is also observed. It's become personal. This is also observed, isn't it? That something feels personal. Oh, wow, you're not going to make it. It's going to be very heavy for you, and something is observing that.
Yes.
There is a stillness here, which is not participating in the scenario of that panic attack.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
But the mind gets locked, and I know I'm not able to impartially.
Yeah. So okay, let's turn up the volume a little bit on it. So let's say a panic attack happens, and then the whole system is on alert. Okay. let's push the buttons to the fullness of them. So now sweating is taking place, and the heartbeat has risen. Okay, the pulse is going haywire.
And there is fear of death.
Fear of death is coming as well too. Fear of death is, oh my God, I'm gonna die and stuff. But all of this is watched.
Yes.
Obviously it's watched, because if it's experienced, it's watched. If it's experienced, it means that there's an awareness of it. Simultaneously, there is awareness of it. You see? And the awareness is not it. Is clear for you this?
Yes.
The awareness itself is not the thing being suffered. Say the panic attack. So the panic attack, and something feels, oh my God. Even people may think, I'm going to die, or so on. So that also is watched. Normally people don't watch here. We are too identified to be aware that even this is observable. And by habit we don't think about it. But you're invited now to look, because you're missing out on a tremendous power in you if you don't observe. You are missing, because if only you identify, then you are missing out on a tremendous power that you have. Because always in situations like this, what suffers is almost always personal. The identity, I'm going to die, oh my God, please help me, and panicking for the person's panic. But I want you to go to the space in which this scenario, if it was like on the stage of your daily life, now the high climax scene is panic attack. Wow. But it's just on the stage. And you are in the audience. You are experiencing the sense of yourself, your self-image, experiencing very intensely. But there's an awareness. Now, I want you to tell me if this is true or not.
Yeah, that is very much true.
Yes, and that sometimes, not that the actual, not that is the main problem, but the interpretation of that, which is personal, that intensifies the sense of suffering. Not the thing only by itself, but the reaction to the thing, and with personal identity, energizes it further, okay? And then can turn it into a physiologically acute situation. Not the thing only by itself. It can by itself, but very often it is combined with a very strong personal fear, which intensifies. They tell you one of the greatest sickness, it will be fear generated and fear supported. Not the thing only by itself, but the identity and the fear levels that pushes it up as well. But you are there as the awareness itself.
Bhagavan, this I amness, as Maharaj said, that this is also like temporary. It wakes up with the body and it sleeps with the body.
Naturally.
The I amness, or what do we...
Let's say that this is true, that the I amness is also waking up when the body wakes up. When the waking state appears, the I amness appears. Okay?
Yes.
So that must also be observed.
So within this I amness, if one has to actually witness the extreme fear of the death, then there is another correlation which comes in my mind. Can you share that? Earlier, I was with another realized master, and he created one Shivalinga, 13-feet Shivalinga, and he supposed to be 3 lifetimes he realized. So, in Indian society, what we feel is that after the death, only the moksha happens, and not during. So the self-realization concept is not there. Mukti, what they say, or the liberation from the cycle of the life and the death, it only happens at the time of the death. The the state of the mind which you carry at the time of the death or the instant of the death, that is what predetermines whether you are going to have the mukti or not.
So basically, you're saying sages like Ramana Maharshi and Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj and Krishna and Ram and all these, they did not experience self-realization until their physical died.
I don't believe that.
Good. So then throw it out.
That is good. It gives me a relief.
Thank you. You see? You don't, when you hear these things, you must really look and say, wait a minute, do I really, that would mean that I'm accepting that Sri Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi and Bhagwan Sri Punjaji and all the various sages that we know about, Nityananda, Neem Karoli Baba, all of what you were saying, the Sai Babas, all of them, none of them was awake until the moment of death.
No,
Are you
actually,
prepared to accept that?
No, I will not accept that.
Then
because
drop it right now and throw it out, because
Bhagwan himself, in fact, made it realize his mother. The last moments.
Yes.
So I was burdened with a lot of things like this, which I learned with a realized master, because along the path I had 3 realized masters, and I wanted to ask Guru, my present Guru, how I should feel, or because Bhagwan said everything has to be unlearned at one point of time. I have a lot of learnings from my previous realized masters, so I'm asking my present Guru, how should I view those learnings? Should I just wash them off and only stick to Bhagwan Mooji's learnings or pointings or directions? Should I, or how should I go about it?
Which is the one that feels most close inside your heart?
Bhagavan, no doubt. Bhagavan and the Bhagavan's lineage, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
This is what I always wanted. So along the path I had many masters, but finally I have landed where I wanted.
Yes. So then leave the others aside for now and follow only Sri Bhagwan's pointing.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. You can come. But you know something, you should not walk away right now, You don't turn around, you should not walk away right now. This is what a beautiful chance. And we have cleared up a little thing, but why not clear up everything? Why would you turn away now? This is like you make the best use of your opportunity now. Why would a simple thing, we point a simple thing out, leave all the other things. Now you say, okay, I'm willing to follow Sri Bhagwan's pointing. Okay, let's see how far we can get today on it. That should be more your attitude.
I want to do that. But there was a voice at the back.
Don't worry about what is back. Don't worry about what is the back.
I want to do it.
Yeah, you must not worry about what is behind you so much. You be aware of it, but don't worry about it. If you're driving your car and you are comfortable going at 40 miles an hour, and then somebody comes behind you who is going 60 miles an hour and starts to purr, and if you speed up to 60 miles an hour, you're highly uncomfortable about it. I would not recommend that you go and do that and be intimidated. Just pull over to the side and say, okay, you go. But I'm staying I stay where I'm comfortable with this.
Bhagavan, when the doership is not there and everything is vast impartially, then there is nothing to do because everything happens by itself.
But you say when, which means that there's a time for it and a time not for it. When the doership is there and doership is not there. And in the natural state, it's not when and then and if and but and perhaps and like this. It is an even state. You're here to discover the even state, if you want to call it the stateless state, in fact.
So that Turiyat, what they say, how can you guide me to Turiyat?
You should start from Turiya, not end in Turiya. You see, Turiya is already before the start. Even before the start, Turiya is there, you see? Not at the end. Turiya is there even before the start. It means that it is not in time, you see? You look at time. If you look at time impartially, then where are you looking? Then what time are you looking from? If you look at time impartially, it is only a notion now. Then you must be already established in the timeless. If you look at thoughts, without holding on to a thought about who you are, then thoughts cannot trouble you. You are beyond the concepts.
Yes, the only thing which I feel stuck is the fear of the death.
Fear of death.
Yes.
Fear of death.
This is the only sticking point for me. I fear the death like hell. And it's
But
not...
death is not hell. You fear the death like hell. I mean, you fear... You see, we should go through this, no? We should go through this. I'll tell you how to get rid of this fear of death. You begin to observe like I show you, like this, it will cover over that, in fact.
Thank you.
Because you begin to see, you are aware of the pulse, you're aware of the breath, they're happening.
Yes.
You don't have to manage them, they're happening by themselves, but in the light of your own consciousness, you are aware that these functions are taking place and that you are not these functions, and it's not even your job to maintain these functions.
Correct.
You are merely the consciousness itself. So everything that shows up, tell me when you are not conscious. Everything that passes in front of you, I can see this. Why? Because you're conscious.
Yes.
Okay.
So the death will happen in the consciousness.
It will happen in the consciousness.
And that is the only fear, in fact, how that moment will be. I have kept myself totally floating state, totally empty state. And as soon as, when this state happens, there is a tsunami which comes up from the bottom of the sea. And the waves are so fierce.
Because the mind is not there, you're not in sleep yet. When you go to bed, no? When you go to bed, then
yes.
all these concerns, including your identity who is afraid of death, also surrenders into deep sleep and enters into a non-cognitive state, which is a bit like death, isn't it?
Yes, so I'm not able to actually maintain that, sleeping, waking state. I mean...
Why you have to maintain anything? Why are you...
Because that is the only time when I will not be baffled by...
Sorry, when you will not be what?
I will not be perturbed.
Perturbed.
I will not be perturbed by my fears of death.
Then use this panic attack state, which is the state you have where you do get perturbed, and transcend it while it's happening.
That is very difficult.
Well, I'm trying to show you how, but you don't
Yep.
listen. Huh? You see, the panic attack is coming. We went through it just now. I said the pulse is racing, the heartbeat is going. You're perhaps sweating and you're feeling that fear is coming. Oh my God, maybe I'm going to die. But you are there observing these things. Why don't you just be quiet and just leave your existence to existence and just stay only as awareness itself and watch and see what happens? Why miss such a beautiful thing?
Bhagavan, I'm not able to hand over my existence to existence. That is a fact. That is a fact. Actually, I don't want to pretend anything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to handing over, okay.
You're
God,
making too much of a big deal about it. Right now, also, as you move in life, in a way, you must be surrendered. Otherwise, you'll be moving like a robot with holding yourself so tightly. You're surrendered, no? For whatever comes. You have some spontaneity in your life or not?
Yes.
So that means that you have some open space, some open terrain for things to come and go. So it means that you must be at least sufficiently relaxed to experience spontaneity. It is there. Your life cannot exist without it. It's just that you're not conscious of it. Every day you are experiencing the self, but you're not aware that you are doing it. You're giving it all to the mind. You're taking the mind's reading of it, you see. With someone like you, I have to give a little more time with you see. You have to come and sit a little bit more for a bit and like this and be go over and over again until this thing gets burnt out. You see? Because I think you don't actually follow the inquiry practically. You do a little bit and then you stop and then you give more energy to the fear, you see? So if you're in the sort of environment of satsang, the energetic environment of satsang, it will burn some, and then if you're under like my watchful eye and so on, then you would do it more.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Bhagavan, can I come and sit there for 10 minutes?
Okay, but only if you're going to get it in 10 minutes. Come with that attitude. Can you come with that attitude?
What attitude? Sorry, I did not hear.
Huh?
I missed your last...
Will you come? If you come and sit up here,
Yes.
it must be with the attitude, I will get it now. I must clarify my mind. I'm leaving my mind right here
Okay.
when I go down.
Yes.
You do this?
Yes.
Okay, come.
I'm still stuck in that lift due to the stupid question that who started the fire in that building? And what exactly made the consciousness, the formlessness, the timelessness to take forms? What made it to take forms? What made the consciousness to take forms? What exactly happened with it? This stupid question got stuck me.
Yeah, it is a stupid question.
Yeah, I know that.
Because
I
a
know
question
that,
like this,
that I know. That's why
Yeah.
I'm. Can
Yeah.
we discuss what
You-
what happened to the consciousness? Why it took forms? What happened?
So you want me to answer the stupid question?
Yeah. This time I want you to answer this stupid question. Because only this thing I'm having, it's looking as a burden for me. I want to get rid of this stupid question.
What makes the
help me out.
consciousness? What makes the consciousness do what?
What made the consciousness to take forms? The
Yeah.
formlessness to take forms. What made it? ठीक था यार. It should be like that. It should stay.
The question first come, and somehow inside your question is an energy that you are suffering the form of consciousness. You see? The question comes, why did it take form? Well, like, why did it take form? You know?
Suffering also. I'm suffering also. At times I'm suffering also. Like all these guys, all forms. And I'm also suffering like these. Why it took forms? This is the only question. I know what are you going to answer, but this is the only question.
What am I going to answer?
You are
Because
saying I don't want to answer this stupid question.
No. I said, why should I? If you say you're going to
I'm stuck in that lift, please. Help me
Yeah.
out.
Answer.
Be quick. As you.
Genuinely, this is the question you're asking because and that's how comes you're stuck in the lift. Will you be able to accept my answer? Will it get you out of the lift? I mean, would it even
Let's
get you
give it a
in
try.
the lift? Huh? Would it
Because
even get you in the
You
in
are the
lift?
only person I can trust. You are the only person. I cannot trust any form. Other than this form. You are the only person I trust, so help me out. And
Okay.
please be quick now.
Okay. So your question is, why did consciousness decide to move from there and go over there and sit down for 10 minutes? Now consciousness has to answer this question.
I'm still there. Get me out.
But you see, I don't feel this is your true question. I'll tell you why I say this. I'm not avoiding it because I'm having a struggle to find some passion some power to answer this question. Not because it cannot be answerable, but somehow the question being put, why did consciousness take all this form, is already loaded that somehow it is the consciousness in this form is behaving like it can't handle all these forms. So why did it take this form? So which consciousness are you asking? Because the total consciousness is not suffering its formful manifestation. It is seem to be suffering it in this body. It appears to be suffering it in this
Is
body.
every single thing consciousness or awareness? What do we call it? Every single thing is consciousness.
Yeah.
What exactly is it? Is
Okay, let me give you an example. When you go to bed and maybe you have a dream, okay? Listen, you have a dream.
Can you raise the volume, please?
Yeah.
I'm unable to.
So you go to bed and you have a dream. And in this dream, you have a family and you have a lot of children. And then you lost your job and you can't provide for your children. They're saying, Daddy, please, we're hungry. Look, I'm dying. Please help me, And then somehow you say, okay, fine, look, I'll come back soon. Don't do anything. Don't go begging. I'm coming back soon. And you go off galloping on your horse to go and find some job. And wait. And then you wake up. You wake up, okay? When you wake up, do you say, oh my God, but I've left my children hungry back in my sleep. How can I go and feed them? They're dying.
Yeah.
You see? So this is where I'm listening from in a way. Yeah? So you say like this, how can this conscious, why bother doing all this stuff? I don't have a problem with this because I see that the consciousness has appeared in this form, you can say. It is always pure, but when it entered the form, somehow it causes identification to arise with the form and then started to believe, I am this form.
Sorry to disturb you,
Yeah.
my dear.
Yeah.
What made it to enter into these forms, the formlessness? What exactly made it? This is the question.
It wanted to do it, and it still wants
Why
to do
it wanted?
Why it want to?
It was not feeling fine before, that's why it wanted.
No, it felt fine before, and it feels fine now also.
Okay, it's this form that is not feeling fine.
No, the form has no trouble. The form has no trouble. The mind is having trouble.
Okay.
The form is not having trouble. Even if the form has sickness in it, the form is not having trouble. It is something inside the form, you may call it mind or identity, that is saying, I'm having a problem. The body, even if it is sick, the body doesn't say, look, I'm having a problem in that way. It is the mind that says it's having the problem.
I'm still there.
Yes. When you say I am still there, what are you precisely referring to?
I actually...
No, answer. When you say I am still there, just give me, because I want to address your question as honestly as possible. When you say I am still there, stuck, what are you exactly referring to? What is stuck?
What is stuck?
Nah.
My body is stuck, obviously.
But it doesn't look stuck to me. In what way is it stuck?
I am in that scene which you created to that guy. You told.
Okay.
I'm feeling myself stuck in that lift because I'm unable to find the answer of this stupid question. Who started the fire?
What decided the question is stupid?
This is haunting me again and again.
What decided?
Coming back.
What decided that the question is stupid? Because it is you who said it is stupid. What decided? What determined that it was a stupid question?
But I would really want to know, Mooji. Oh my love. Oh my everything. Oh the final destination. Oh the peak of whatever it is. I really want to know what moved you to. What made you to take these forms? What made you to do that? Justice. This is the only question, not enlightenment. I don't want anything.
Okay.
Just the answer.
Love made me do it. Love made me do it.
Love made
Yes.
you do it.
Yes.
Love. Oh, great, yaar.
No, but you asked a question, love made me do it, and love keeps it going, and love is also solving any problem that it creates.
Love is solving also the problem.
If it creates one and perceive a problem to be there, yes.
If problems had to be solved, why they are created?
Now, that is a stupid question.
I already told you that I'm gonna ask only stupid questions.
Okay. You can ask.
I'm a
stupid
foolish
question.
guy, ignorant guy, stupid, standing in front of you in this form. Stupid question. You at least deserve a guy like this also in Rishikesh. All are intelligent forms. One must be like me also. One foolish, ignorant guy.
I would really like to genuinely meet a genuinely foolish person. I don't think you're that
Please
foolish.
raise the volume. I was unable to hear.
I would like to meet a genuinely foolish person.
Oh.
Yeah.
So tell me
yeah.
where should I come and when?
If you assess that you are a foolish person, then you must be at least wise enough to know that you're foolish.
Yeah, that wise enough. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I just want to ask you, show me the meaning of being lonely. Is this the feeling I need to walk with? Is this the feeling?
Okay, can I ask a question? No. Do you have this feeling continuously every day?
No,
for how
at
long?
times. No, at times.
Okay,
Only. Yeah.
so even that come and go. The feelings come and go. When the feelings come and you feel somehow troubled by it, then you start to say, this is my problem, and so on and so on. But when the feelings go, you don't have this problem. They come and go. What makes them come and go? You could answer this question. Because
I don't know.
because if it was real, it would just always be here. It would be, if this problem was real, it would always just be always the same.
Oh, my dearest love, I really don't know from where they come and when they come and at what time they knock my door. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I'm burning the midnight oil with these foolish thoughts. And I don't know from where they come and where they go. I don't know. And I really want to ask these stupid questions. Are there finite souls in this existence or infinite souls or whatever it is? What it is exactly? What made it? To create stuff like us, stuff like these guys coming from the corners of the world. I like you guys, love you a lot, love you all. Love you too, sir.
And love you too? You love you too?
I love myself.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm carrying it for now, 25 years.
So then this is a genuine question. You love yourself.
Yeah.
You love everybody. But you have a problem with why did God or consciousness create all of these forms?
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Why you love them, all these forms also?
I love them because they are lovely. They look lovely to me.
So you're answering your own question then, isn't it?
So, Mooji, I love you, Mooji. Bring me out of that lift. I'm still there.
Show me the lift.
I'm the lift. What you said?
Yeah, show me the lift. You say you're in the lift, show me the lift.
Oh yeah, yeah. Show you the lift. I cannot show you that.
Then how am I going to get you out if I can't show me the lift?
What, yaar?
We want to have some fun. I'm happy to have some fun too. You're in a burning house, building. We have 1,300 people behind you, and you're happy in the lift.
But you created this situation. You brought me into that lift. I was just sitting on that chair.
Yes, and I was just sitting on this chair. I don't know how I got into all this trouble.
You are on the ground floor. I'm still at the 50th, stuck in that lift. I want to come to meet you. I want to come at the ground floor, please. I'm still there, sir. I cannot show you the lift. It's in there.
Yeah.
I can see the lift also. I can see myself stuck in that lift also.
Yeah.
And I'm just not playing. It's a serious situation for me.
You don't look serious to me at all about it. No. You are having fun, and this is okay.
I'm having fun, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
seem
good
be-
to have fun, but sir, you can only understand, not these people. They
Why?
are just looking at me and laughing. I don't know. Good to laugh, good for them. But you can understand me. Because I only trust you.
I don't see or feel from you that you're in any particular trouble. I don't see that you're in any trouble.
I should leave myself as it is. No trouble at all. Let the death come, let the next birth come, let this journey continue.
If they exist, then what you can do about it? If they exist.
If what exists?
If they exist, the things you talk about, then,
Yeah.
you know, what can you do about it? You are probably compelled to experience them.
So there is no way out actually.
There's always a way out.
You told me that.
Yeah, there's always a way out. I said before, the way out is the way in, meaning go inside and look and speak to me from inside. You're speaking a bit like outside. See?
Right now I'm looking inside, I'm feeling myself stuck.
Yeah, but is that not a thought?
It's just a thought,
Yeah,
but it's haunting me, I don't know. I'm
that
unable
is
to get
also a
rid of.
thought. That is also a thought. Also.
Also thought, true.
Uh,
Now, what made the this question is haunting me a lot. What made the consciousness to take forms? What
Yeah.
made it?
yeah, that's also a thought. Also.
You told me that love made it. Okay,
Yes,
I get
yes.
it. Love made it. But why? You're saying no form, no mind. You only exist.
I'm not saying any of that. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. You are.
In satsangs, I have heard
But
you
now
say.
you are here now. You are here now,
Yeah.
and you are asking a question. I'm trying to find you what you're speaking. You're asking me about other things that if I answered them,
Please forgive
they will
me.
not. They will not change you will just say, okay, it would just be another thought to you. If I answered your question, if I took it serious enough to answer your question,
Yeah.
it will not make any difference to you because it just came from your mind, and my answer will just go to your mind, and it will not be anything at all. I know the quality of that one who asks a question, who will be set free by understanding that response.
That means
I don't
I'll
get this one.
be there stuck in the lift for infinity, for eternity.
If you want, because the
Okay.
lift didn't say I want to stuck you.
Okay.
Is you are talking
But you
these
told there is
things.
no way out, only this lift, and if you will not leave your emotions, your I thing.
Yes,
behind,
yes,
it
that,
will-
yes,
You told that.
yes. I said this for those who could hear the real meaning behind what I'm speaking there.
Okay.
Yes, and who saw in that response
So my problem
that
is
now
that.
listen, who saw in that response that yes, actually maybe I am giving too much time to these things,
Okay.
like you are giving too much time to these type of things, and making them appear as though that they are important, truthful things, and they are not. It's just whimsical, imaginative things you're talking about. You see.
Just last stupid question. Is everything visible through these eyes? We can touch. Is consciousness everything visible through these eyes?
Yeah, everything is conscious.
Everything is gone. Every single thing.
Yeah, okay, yes, it is.
What is difference between consciousness and awareness?
It is the same also. I use the word consciousness usually as the dynamic expression of consciousness, of pure awareness. You understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
When you are perceiving through the mind and complex or relative perception, I call that, you can say generally, consciousness. But it's not, I don't think again it's your question, you know. I don't feel you. I have to feel you.
How can I make you feel me?
I don't know. By telling you that I need to feel you.
Yeah.
By telling you that I need to feel you, then perhaps something inside you may be sensitive enough to say, you know what, I'm messing about, and that's all. You see. I need to feel anybody who come, I speak with you. I don't want that I speak with you, I'm talking to you like I'm in some kind of, sort of meeting room. I speak somehow just to see if we can move on beyond the shallow waters of just mind and person, you know. I'm here for something. I'm here to see if I can meet you in the true way.
But I have no one other than you to answer these questions, to
Yeah.
answer my doubts. No one other than you.
Yes, but
And
then
you are also.
So
you are
therefore,
also-
I would ask you, because I'm not satisfied with your questions, I'd ask you to sit down a little bit more and then get a sense of really what is being discussed here, and what is the real possibility. Don't ask questions so quickly. Sit down a little bit and sort of feel, what is he saying? And so, my gosh, well, I never thought about it like this or something. But I feel like you came with these questions and you put these questions, and I don't feel these questions are put in this way are really your true questions. They're not enough on fire yet. They're not really true. They're presented in a kind of passionate way, but I don't feel any real substance in them.
But don't you think it is the basic question? These are your people. They will hate me naturally.
Nobody hates you. We don't do that. We don't deal with that. But I was just saying that sometimes it's an
But they cannot understand me.
But you don't know that they cannot understand. But maybe they understand you quite well. And maybe their clapping is only to encourage you. Ask better question or keep quiet.
But they are not clapping when I am asking question. They are clapping when you are slapping on me.
Yes, but then that is also good because it's to say, listen to what I'm saying for the moment. Because when you are ready to ask a genuine question, by which I mean that this is my response, and
so I don't know what is the genuine question. Really, this question is
This is
haunting
why-
me. What made the consciousness to take forms? What made it? Why it took forms?
Yeah.
Mooji is talking to me, guys. Please be silent.
Yeah,
Be silent.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
here. Trust him.
Yeah,
He's here. I'm
but
talking to
I
him.
told you now already that this question, I don't feel it at the moment. I've answered questions by physicists, mathematicians, sort of like people, and it was responded to in a way because they were genuinely looking at this time. But your questions are, why is this thing? Why the consciousness? Why is the sun hot? Why is the river flowing? Why did God do this? I said, but I don't feel this question is true. You bring me more intimately than that, into your heart.
Okay, I'm gonna sit there. Thank you for your time.
Oh, okay, good. Next one, you can come.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There is a blankness
Yeah.
that is not emptiness.
Okay, what is the difference between the blankness and the emptiness?
The blankness is very heavy.
Okay.
There's no thought or emotion.
Yeah.
It's suffocating.
Okay. Would not the blankness be perceived in the emptiness then? Just for a moment, look. You say the blankness is heavy. There is no, you use some terms, there is no, maybe like joy or,
Right.
it's just a heaviness. So that is something that's palpable. You feel a sense of heaviness in this blankness. Whereas that heaviness is not in the emptiness. And I put it that isn't the blankness being perceived in the space of the emptiness, or something different? Or is it a
That is not seen.
okay? So the sense of, let's go back then the sense of the sense of blankness or heaviness is being perceived and felt, no?
Yes.
Okay. But the crucial point is that simply you're aware of that, and the reason why I say that is that any change to that perception, meaning that if the blankness start to become much more light and move, the same place of awareness, unmoving, will notice that there's a change in ambient here. There's a change in what is being perceived.
Yes.
So what you are observing is subject to change. And that change, if it takes place, will be perceived from the same place that you are observing from. Or are you saying that the blankness is kind of sensed like it's there all the time and it just won't move?
I started out as a rabbit a year
Okay.
ago. And it's become a rhinoceros.
Okay.
And I can hear you at times, and other times I can't hear you from where I'm listening.
Yes.
And it's like a fog.
Yes.
And
But we don't have to go so far, because even if you put everything together and say it is a fog, you are perceiving the fog. You are not on the other side of the fog.
Yes.
The fog is in front of you.
Yes.
So it is important just to keep seeing that whatever appears, you're always here first to perceive it. Whatever you are the one that perceives it.
The witnessing of that is very tiny.
Yeah. What weaknesses is tininess? The purpose of my question, is that you may say the weakness is, even the weakness, it was strong before and it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But something is witnessing that also. What is the size of that? You see, it's always here. It is like the man who was trying to bury his shadow. And every time he put stand over the hole with the sun behind him and got the shadow in the hole and started to put earth back to try and bury his shadow. But every time he puts earth, the shadow was on top all the time. He could not bury the shadow. Everything that you put and say, this thing is stopping me, is always in front of you, who is perceiving it. But something wants a change to the object of perception. I'm saying, no, don't be worried about the object of perception, because that field is always changeful. Don't waste some energy with it. Put some attention on recognizing that the subject, is the subject moving, or is it stable, you see? Because that is your goal. Not how things look out here. Don't keep thinking anything that you see out here. Please look now. I don't know what time it is now. Okay, this is good time. Whatever you are looking at, whether it is a feeling, a thought, any sensation, it cannot be there without the perceiver of it. Okay? This is not metaphysics. Okay? Whatever is there requires something that is perceiving it to say, now it seems so enormous, Mooji, it seems like it's going to overwhelm me. I said, but it's just a sensation, it's there, something. And the thing that is saying, it's going to overwhelm me, is overwhelming me. Okay? That me is also being perceived also. But rarely does one see this, because something becomes very emotional and it seems to suck all the energy of the seeing, suck up all the space. It seems to, but it hasn't done that. At some point you're going to see that all of this is sensed in the awareness, even if there seems to be no gap between awareness and the thing appearing in it. It is always there. Before anything can appear, it is there. You are that awareness itself that is perceiving some state that you may call presently. You are calling it this kind of heaviness, this heavy, blank state. No, it is only another phenomenal, appearance. Also, it's really important that you see this. You see, because otherwise, many things are going to make you panic and react. Oh my God, this thing, I was feeling so good, and then now this thing here, and you see. But when you recognize how stable and unchanging your original self is, you'll find that none of these things you'll worry about. Whatever is taking place, the law of the manifest is taking care of it. You witness these things, partially or impartially. Mostly you're going to be impartial to it, because you see that you are the untouched awareness itself. And that is the key point right now. We often speak about wanting to change our situation, to change your environment. This is also consciousness wanting to do that for a while. But this seeing, I am pointing you to the sage's sight in you, which is not disturbable so easily. The functioning of the body-mind does not perturb it, does not disturb it. Because all of it collectively or singly are seen as movements in consciousness, including this state of heaviness, which may be felt in the body also. Maybe the body also feels heavy and so on. But is the awareness of it heavy? No, it has no weight. As soon as you remember this, it changes the way this feels.
Is the gap the same as detachment, stepping back and observing,
Even
and not merging?
this is useful to say for a while, that stepping back and observing is a useful stance, but only because you're still identified phenomenally. Then you can say step back. But as soon as you recognize your awareness, there's no stepping back needed. You are always in the same place, the untouched place. And yet you are experiencing this because the body is here, and consciousness in its dynamic self-portrait is expressing in this body. And nothing is wrong with that. You enjoy this body also with the consciousness tasting with this body, and at the same time you're also beyond this also as the pure awareness. So you're both this dynamic consciousness in its expression and also the weakness of this play also at the same time. Now is what I'm telling you now, is it intellectual or? You see? When you put a mirror in front of you, the mirror does not give you any opinion. It doesn't say, oh, you're looking rough this morning. No, it just reflects, isn't it? You know? It doesn't delay. It doesn't tell you, listen, I'm a little bit busy, so come back and I'll reflect you in real time. It has none of these things. It has none of these things. This is how consciousness is. Even if you were an archaeologist digging up some old tomb somewhere and you find, a mirror that was being used by the pharaohs of Egypt. When you look in that mirror, the face you will see is only now. It won't show you the pharaoh's face. The freshness of consciousness is like that, you see. It does not interpret it, it's just pure. Your consciousness is this, the consciousness you are is like that, you're looking. Then the mind, of course, with the influence of conditioning, it functions as an interpretive tool, and to also to compare variety and so on. It functions like that. And you have no trouble with that because all of this is the dance and play of consciousness. You are multitasking. You enjoy every part of it. The sweet and the bitter, every part of it is your dance, it's part of your play. But you will not be stuck in it because you understand clearly that this is your phenomenality, this is the play of the senses and the mind. You do see it, and also you just are that unchanging. It's not that you believe it. Belief is already late, it's already phenomenal. Earlier than belief. Isness, you may say. So gradually you come to a point where you are not controlling or managing anything at all. You're not managing, you're not controlling. You see? It's hard to imagine this if you hold on to the state of a person, because a person is restless for activity. It thinks it has to be doing something, have to be attending to life. But it doesn't see that it is life. You are life. You're not living life. You are the life itself. And also the witnessing of the life in its various and varying expressions. Like this. And it is such a marvelous discovery, because the consciousness in its personal aspect is only concerned with local news. Local news. The neighbor next door got married, blah, 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 blah. Whereas your beingness has the capacity for universal functioning. You see? And yet you can see the local and you can see the universal at the same time. So who would choose to only limit oneself only to localized seeing and functioning, when all of this is part of your total effortless gesture and play?
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you, my love. Okay, I'm going to take just one more. Who is going to be? I don't know. Someone there. Huh?
I was thinking in the silence, just one question.
We have to wait one moment, 1 second here. Okay, use your time. Tell me what you want to say. Something.
I'd actually like to sing a song.
I want to. Yeah, I know. I want to hear somebody who really wants to put something for me. Yeah, you come and say. That's good.
Good afternoon, Mooji.
Good afternoon.
I have been following you for the last 2 years on YouTube and
Yes.
your videos, but it's the first time I came to see you.
Hi. Okay.
Before I put my question, what my consciousness tells me all the time is this. In love, we are one. In love, there is no but and no. In love, there is no ego, no pride, no objections. Nothing holds you back. In love, even you don't know you are in love. Even the whole world tells you, don't do this. And you say, no, but I can't afford to not to do this. You are in love.
With what are you in love?
With the higher consciousness. If the love can happen to someone who is not suited to you sometimes, why it is so difficult not to be in love with the consciousness?
Okay, say it again. It's bitter. I don't want to miss this one. If the love is not, if the love, say again, is what?
If the love can happen to some persons
If the
who
love
you
can-
feel can be wrong, not suited to you well, even the whole world tells you don't do this, but you say, no, I can't afford not to do this, I'm in love.
Yeah.
And the whole world say you're foolish. It's a foolish man's games. So
But
how
the world will always say that. What are you saying? And nobody in the whole world will never agree. The whole world will never agree. You know, I mean, there's never been one single being who has been loved by everybody, not even God.
Yeah.
Isn't it? There's never been a being who has been loved by the whole world, not even God. So, this is nothing new.
But
If the
my
whole-
question is,
yeah.
my consciousness tells me all the time to be in love, to flow with the love and don't object.
Does
But
it ever
this-
tell you that you are loved?
Yeah, it tells me you are loved. But
No,
it-
not that if you're loved, that you are love itself.
No, it never tells me.
It's missing out something then. Because if you are love, then you don't have to do anything about love. When you are the sun, nobody tells the sun, sun, please shine. And please don't forget to be warm. Nobody has to tell the sun that. It is all one thing. You see? That is unity of love, you see? But if you say that you must love and you must receive love and so on, then it's not telling you that you are love yet. And if it misses out to tell you that you are love, that's a big missing out.
What should I do to get to that point? It checks me everywhere. The moment I distract myself, I get distracted to some things which are not important, some materialistic, it checks inside.
Yeah.
Don't do this, come here. Don't do this, come here. And that dilemma causes a lot of trouble. And then it doesn't make me happy anymore. And then I feel, what should I do to be in love fully? Or to be
You
called
then
love?
have to come out of duality then. You must come out of duality. This is the answer, I see. You have to come out of duality. As long as there's duality, you will have love and hate and love and separation and this and that and so on. That's the nature of the functioning of the relative existence, you see. You have to come out of duality. Or at least go beyond duality and then come back to duality, then you'll be quite fine. You see?
I'll be honest, before I just coming here, my inner tells me just one line, what if you drop the idea that you want to be loved? And suddenly there's a whole blank space with nothing there. And it's like, okay.
Okay.
It's just like nothing there at all. It's no struggle, nothing want to be, nothing want to be received.
Are you experiencing it now?
Just now, 2 minutes before.
But why you point over there?
Means just the way I
Yeah,
was
but
sitting here.
you should bring it there with you because it's not bad.
Okay.
If you say that is, the love said, don't stop wanting to be loved. Stop wanting anything for a minute. And you could listen to that
Yeah.
to the point where immediately that becomes your reality. You're empty. You're empty now. Okay?
Yeah.
So just be the emptiness. Be in the emptiness. Don't, so then you don't have to be thinking, oh yes, I'm waiting for love and why am I not loved? Because that sounds like pain for me. So you don't, so you're not saying, I reject love. No, you're not making those final statements. You're just saying, I'm stay as the emptiness, like this. You find that there's emptiness.
But on the contrary, I feel blessed and loved all the time. But I cannot reciprocate it to the higher consciousness. I feel so attached to worldly things.
Yeah, I
but
see.
I see his blessings all the time on me.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for my reciprocation.
Okay.
And just it told me, what if you drop this idea? And I felt tremendous blank all of a sudden.
Okay, so then you and higher consciousness. So then drop and.
Okay.
You can do it straight away. Because and means the two, separation. It's I, higher consciousness. Look at the and. I and higher consciousness. Feel the difference. Then you start to say, why? I want to go there, I want to be with the consciousness. So we cut the and only. Just cut the and. And
There's tremendous blankness, nothing.
yes. Now you see, he uses blankness in a different way than the previous lady. He says tremendous blankness. You say heavy blankness. Tremendous blankness means what? Must be a state of some pleasure, no? Peace. Peace is there.
Yeah. It's like I want nothing, just nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
Not even me.
Very good.
Not even me, not even a desire to maybe breathe even, just be.
Yes, but you don't need desire to breathe. Even that is taken care of already.
Can I ask a question?
You would want to after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Sometimes mind plays a game, and when I sit and introspect, it say, what is more better, introspection or just be? Introspection or just be? Because introspection takes you to somewhere, and being takes you nowhere. It's just you be. Is it like who I am? Is it always has to be like this?
No. I think this question is good enough. If you have chosen the right answer, no, you say, what is better, introspection or be? Because introspection is supposed to help you to just be. So if you already just be, no need for introspection. Which is again coming back to your first question and your first solution. It works every time, you see. Just be empty of all of that. Empty and be, same thing. Very good. What a satisfying outcome. You came and tuk, you finish. It's like that?
Yeah, I got it.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. He wants to have final question. You go there. Okay, you want to ask your final question. Is that a promise? Means that the end of all questions after this question. Okay, we'll see. Let Amma come and see what she says. Bless you.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Everybody's asked almost the same question, but I still have to ask this one. And I know only you can help me. I've had panic attacks since I was like 17 years, but they never stopped. And recently I became aware of the mind and to watch it and to watch through awareness. This is happening to me. I'm not it. It's just through the awareness. But recently I had one and I failed. In spite of all this knowledge and knowing and even practicing it, when the attack came, it was like it overtook everything and I just couldn't go past it.
Okay.
So I can watch and it should pass away, but it doesn't pass. And I have to really do something about it to become normal. It takes me weeks and months and, things like that. I become unfunctional. I can't function then because it's just all the time around me.
Yeah.
It's the who am I? Who am I?
No, forget about the who am I. So if, say, you have this panic attack, you say it's going on all the time. Is it going on all the time?
The panic attack is who am I? And I can't find any reference point. And it stays like that non-stop. And
What, the panic or the lack of solution?
Who am I? Feeling or being in space and without a reference point.
Because the reason why it happened then, because this who am I question has become merely mental.
It happened when I didn't know a word about this.
Yeah.
When I was 17 years old.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what enlightenment is and realization, and I had never seen a guru. I'd never read a book, nothing. It came as on its own, unasked, unwanted, unaware. And I got into fear because I became fearful because I thought it was madness.
So it started as the who am I?
Yes.
And the dissatisfaction developed into panic attack. Fear.
That I'm going mad. This is what madness is probably.
Because you were incessantly asking or trying to find out who am I really?
No, I was not asking.
No.
I never had this, nothing I knew, nothing about this who am I.
Okay.
Just a wave came and it just took me and I tried to be logical. I said, okay, I'm this and what's this silly question and all thing happening? And it started building up more. Then I said, okay, so there's the sun and then where does the sun end and where does it go to? And the universe, there's no boundaries and it just kept on and on flowing.
That will drive you mad. That's a different one.
Sorry?
That will drive anybody mad with the universe and what is the stars. And you see,
all
because there's
happening.
no real end to that kind of
and I
questioning.
said, so what is this and what is sand and...
Yeah. But for a while, many people, they go through those stages where they question everything. And then it becomes just tiring, exhausting. And then it naturally leads to a more mature form of observation or something that normally happens like that.
What I did was I couldn't find an answer and I thought this is madness. It was confirmed to me by myself that I'm going mad. So I better do something about it. So what I started doing was I started making myself busy and putting this under the carpet somehow and keeping myself occupied and building an identity. Okay, I'm this. I need to do this. So I trained myself, but this kind of attack, I'll call it, kept happening all these years. That brought so much fear that for me, anytime it can happen, I feel. So my cycle, like out of habit now, I try to keep it away. But now I'm trying to say, okay, I'll face it.
It's good to face it because if you are suppressing anything, in some form or other, it will create some unpleasantness. If you're merely suppressing, like you make a choice, I don't want to go mad, I'm just going to behave sane or whatever. So, but now you say that you want to look at it urgently today. Your question is what for me?
So
right now, yes. Sorry, go ahead.
So now I'm quite aware of awareness and all that, and I'm fully aware of consciousness and everything. Now I want you to take me through this once and for all, across, over the time.
If you are fully aware of consciousness, it means that also nothing is anything greater to you than consciousness then? Or is there anything above or beyond awareness? Or is it something, a total finality about it?
Right now my consciousness feels limited to my consciousness, my awareness. I don't get now that I've started reading, so then I hear words like universal consciousness.
No. When you say limited to your consciousness, what are you referring to as you?
Consciousness and awareness, and not the body mind. Okay.
But then the pure consciousness and awareness, it is not admitting to any personal trauma.
It is not, but I then to confirm that, I think what you've been saying, I picked up a few things. So, was it? It was there when I was born, but was it there before I was born, and will it be there after I die? Like, that's what I'm supposed to
Let's
understand.
solve its present state first. Let's look at it and see if we can be clear about what it is now. And then we'll see that if it is subject to time, such as pre-birth or after death and so on. And it is,
No, I feel I'm aware of awareness. I know I'm in awareness quite a lot.
You who are aware of awareness is what?
I have to say me because I don't know this.
No, but
contraction.
but then I don't want you to miss out, because then we are speaking and then you see I'm not picking up something to make more talk out of it. I'm trying to catch the things which you're probably missing, and to put some light on it so that it is clear enough so that this mistake stops and everything comes to stillness, you see. Presently, you have a certain idea about yourself, and then you speak about consciousness like something you have or something like this, and like this. So I'm just trying to see the simplest way to go beyond all of this thing.
Yes.
You see? So the panic attacks is a problem or not?
I've learned to control it. I mean, I'm but once in a while it still overpowers me. Last experience was 2 years back.
Mm-hmm.
By which time I knew.
But this you who was overpowered or is overpowerable, this is not the highest self. This is not the real self. No, it is your self-image or your identity, personal identity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took over. It takes over.
Things can take over your identity. I've got 5 minutes, so if any of you are serious, please don't leave unless you're going to the toilet. Let's have the best 5 minutes we can have today. Okay? So, let's just get this thing here. You see? It must be clear for you that everything that you believe is your life happened after you. You must have been here first. So therefore everything, your memory, your knowledge, your desires and attachments, everything is secondary to you. You were here first. Therefore it is you who know knowledge, and you also know ignorance even. This, when I say you now, I'm not referring to the person, because even the person came after you. The person came after you. It was begotten. It came after you. So this you that I'm referring to can only be something that does not grow in itself. The aspect of yourself that grows, which is the consciousness mind, can experience along with the body and conditioning growth. That is something that you can perceive. This is very important. And another thing while I'm here, I want to say to you this, because I don't know, some of you might be leaving soon, today or tomorrow. I want to get this in. I know many of you have been here from the very earliest point, listening to these satsangs, sort of like immersed in them, digesting them and all of this. And a lot of grace has been felt by people that something is deeply supporting their self-realization. You see? But I want to tell you something, that as you move about in your life, your mind is going to try and come back with full force. It's not new. From long ago, when beings have been searching to look into the true nature of the self, these kind of repercussions, these kind of these resistances have come. These kind of hesitations and doubts and judgments have come. And many fall off the swinging bridge of self-realization. They fall off because the mind will start to present to you that when you feel difficulty, you're on the wrong path and you're not growing and you're stuck and you're not going to get anywhere and stuff. And because we have been so accustomed to this kind of negative voice, very often you will believe it. But I want to tell you something new now. All this will happen because you are onto something. Okay? You're onto something. You're going through the door of true awakening. That's your chance. And forces will come from inside you also. They may act as though they're outside, but everything is from inside. Yeah? To somehow challenge your steps. And the reason why they come with more force if you keep on indulging notions of yourself as a person. The more you continue to hold on to a personal identity, the more these forces will operate for you. And many people will turn back. Many people will, just fade. Because many of you now who are here, many of you were here last year, but most of you not. You are a new wave that come. And last year there was a new wave who are not here. I don't know where they are. Some of them are at home. They couldn't make it, of course. And they're presently watching through Satsang now. You see? But many kind of felt, it was too hard. The mind became like, it's too much. Like something is just really trying to sink your discovery and to sabotage your opportunity for seeing. It has happened before. But I want to show you that there are many beings who came through this kind of storm. It can only happen for a while. As long as you keep on holding on to identity, personal identity, these waves of resistance, they will be strong. But if you hold to what I'm pointing you to, that space in which all this play is happening, but it itself is not happening, you only have to remember and be there. Then tremendous grace will flow through your life, and you will soon be out of this for good. Okay? So, I do have to say these things over and over, because in the time that you go through some form of these type of, kind of psychological attacks of the mind and so on, it feels very real. It feels like it's true, and you might believe and think, oh my God, my life is falling apart. I'm never going to be able to find a job. I'm really, and you fall into its under its spell. But it's not because you are compelled to. It's not because you're compelled to. You have the advantage always, because you are already the self. But it just depends on how deeply you're asleep to this fact. And asleep means the more you take your person to be real, that is called sleep. It means that you'll believe the things that you see in this world and take them to be facts, because you will believe more in the evidence of your senses. You see? But if you hold still and don't go into trying to calculate and do all this head work, and just recognize the space of pure awareness, which is always here. It is your root being, and be one with that. Resist the temptations to go into the mind stream and start to calculate and to project you cannot fight the mind and win. You can only stay as the self. And then these powers, they will diminish, because your light will be brighter. So I tell you ahead of time, because freedom is free, but it is not cheap. And by cheap, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about your attention has to be on board. You have to want this and say, it doesn't matter how much my mind tries to come. I'm totally here for this. It's not muscles it takes. It's not, big speeches it takes. Just your quiet vigilance at staying put and just observing and recognizing that all of this, just like you feel a toothache coming on, and then you feel it fully here, and then you feel it's gone. And all the while you're not the toothache. You must begin to experience thoughts that come, and they have a kind of personal vibration about them. And this is what is very, very attractive to the human expression of consciousness. It relates to things personally. And if you keep on identifying personally, you're going to get sucked in to this game. As you begin to look and recognize, but this, okay, it's something feels pulled to go there, but there's a space here which is untouched. And without panicking, without judgment, choose the higher choice and just stay witnessing, but your witnessing becomes more impartial, more neutral, not hot, not personal. And you stay with it, and the storms will pass you. The storms will pass. You see? I would rather put it that for those of you who are genuinely on search, then this life is for freedom. Huh? This life is for freedom. It is for true joy, unfading joy, and peace also is there. It is our natural state, it's our natural perfume to be peaceful and happy, you know. It's not something you have to work hard at getting like that. It's just that as you understand your true nature, all these fragrances are present with you. You don't have to go and develop all these things. We try and develop when you're in the mode of personhood, you'll try and develop. This is fine also, it is an expression of consciousness. But what I'm pointing you to is that all true, all beautiful qualities will manifest spontaneously in the awakened state, in the awakened mind, because it is already here. It is not easy to accept this initially, because you think that your mind has another story, another report, another assessment. But these assessments are not deep, they're not true. You see? Now, a couple of days ago, just to tell you what happened, some people came, and they came from the middle of India, a place I've never heard of before. And they asked, I don't know if they're here actually, about this, that they asked, we want to have darshan. No? Okay, you come. And they came also with one Swami. But they were asking some light questions and so on. And then I came and asked first, you know, if it was presented to you, you know, to have one of your wishes, your highest wish fulfilled, your highest wish, your deepest longing or wish fulfilled, okay? Would you need some time to think about it, or would you know immediately what it is? So the lady said, yes, I know already. I said, what is it? She said, I would like to die peacefully. Your highest wish? Yeah, I would like to die peacefully, no pain. Okay, sir, what about you, husband? He said, I would like to just be a very nice person and love people, just to love the people more and more, loving. To the son also, I'm asking, sir, what would you like, you know? And he says, I would like to just have balanced life, no extremes, just balance. So I asked, you know, by balance, what you mean by balance? Because sometimes you have to taste the extremes in order to know really what a balance would be. But at least we ask. And then there was another person there, and I asked him also, what about you, sir? What would you want? What's your highest wish? He said, my highest wish is to do seva, means service, at the ashram till the end of my life. This is very noble things in a way. But I said, but this is amazing. This is your highest wish. Your highest wish, okay? I said, oh. Then I realized something, you see. That for most people, if you have an identity as a person, you have no idea that there's something called freedom. You really don't have any idea that there's something called freedom in the way that I'm pointing, and some of you are discovering. It doesn't come inside. It's like our highest desire is something phenomenal, something time-bound. Like, you know, to have good money or to have a good name, a good reputation. I asked one Japanese man also, what is your highest wish? He told me, to not bring shame to my family. Okay, the highest wish, to not bring shame to my family. So this is what happens when you are a regular person. Your highest wish is likely to be something phenomenal. That meaning that something, I want to have a good name, I want to be able to take care of my family and so on. You see? And I'm wondering, amongst the Sangha, in the Sangha field, yourselves and so on, if I ask, what is your highest wish? And people say, oh, I want a liberation and self-realization, moksha, and all, we have this thing, no? And I wonder if it is just spiritual conditioning. Is it spiritual conditioning that we just learn to say that because, you've learned that this is the highest thing to go for. But when it comes down to it and we start to look together and say, okay, let's go for this, then you realize that actually what you really want is to marry the girl that you've loved all your life and things like this, and really to sort of like have a big limousine with a nice house with a nice temple next to it or something. We don't know what we want. Is it just spiritual conditioning? You see? Because we are here to find out. And I know that some beings genuinely, they are here for this. It may be they didn't come expecting that, but suddenly they came and they found their life is on fire and they think, oh my God, I'm finding out something here that is the best discovery I've made in all of my life. I'm discovering that there's space here for the whole world to fit in here, in what I am. I'm finding that I don't have to live with regrets and pain, that I don't have to apologize for my existence. I'm finding out that I am love, incarnate. I'm finding out that I am free. I've always been free. I'm finding out that I am imperishable being. Some are discovering this. You know the impact of such a recognition taking place in the heart of a human being? The impact of this on the world, So when you come to a place like this, come for the highest. Come for the highest. Because you know what? Your heart can bear it. Don't look for little things. Things which have a sell-by date on them, which belongs to time. They're there anyway. For how long you will be here?
I was here from the 18th.
And furthermore, how much?
I'll be here till the end of course.
Then it will be solved. We'll solve this thing. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go, what you want to say something? You say you want to ask your final question? Okay, come quickly. We'll go back on the other side there for me.
Mic was not required. It was just a small question.
No, the mic is necessary. Your small question should be the biggest thing. You say it's your final question, no? Is it the same one or a different one?
Yeah, same one. And I'm out of that lift now, and I now realize that I was never there. Thank you.
Okay, very good.
Bhagwan, when I go to my psychiatrist, they say like when either the panic attack happens or the severe anxiety happens, at that particular time you ignore the symptoms and divert the mind to something else. And while what I have learned today here is that I sit with it and face it and let it blow me away until it subsides.
Not necessarily. You don't necessarily have to sit with it. I don't want to produce any tight formulas. Only thing I tell you, go to the place of just the awareness itself. Because from awareness, you have no technique. And in the moment, you may see that the thing to do is to turn away from it, or to chop it or to let it flow. You understand? That is greater than telling you, this you must go and do this thing. Turn your attention or take it on. I don't want to say this. I want to say something much, much more beautiful than this. You just stay as that silent awareness in which observing of these things takes place and don't identify. And then let whatever reactions come to this happen spontaneously. Because many people here experience similar things. You may wake up one morning and you can't move in your bed. You can't move. You can't even blink. Or can't open your eyes. Some people experience these states. And then the mind starts to take over, start to come and say all kinds of things that you're going to be buried alive and all this type of stuff. Panic comes. But you stay back as the awareness. And at a certain time, you just move. I've met people also, they freeze up. One lady in Tiruvannamalai, she was there. Somebody came and told me this lady from Satsang is in a cafe with her husband and she can't move. Then I said, okay, I'll come. Then I forgot about it and I was having some chai and talking with some people. 1.5 hours later, the man came back and he said, she's still there, not moving. Sorry, I went there and surely she was in the restaurant. In fact, I think they're looking now from this place, this cafe in Tiruvannamalai, such a cafe. And the lady was there at the table like this. Her husband is looking at her. And other people are drinking chai and whatever. And so we just went and she could not move. And then I just said to her, I'm here and anytime you want you can get up. And she just got up. What happened? If you believe too much in these states, then somehow the panic make it even more tight. But again, if you stay like this, we talk about it and we can look together and see, but not now, because you say you came here for 2 days.
Yes, tomorrow also I'm here. Today I came. But I think I'm going to extend it to Sunday.
It's good. It's good. Because after Sunday, cello, I'm out of here. It's not there. Okay. Thank you.
People used to go to Bhagavan Ramana and he would just keep staring at them for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and people's problems will be resolved. I saw that stare in your eyes today. Bless you. Bless you.
Yeah, blessed. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very good function. We're going to have a bit of music, after which then everybody can leave who want to leave, but I will sit with the others for 5 minutes and then you can go. But those who want to leave, you can leave now or after the music. And then the others, if you want, we sit just 5 minutes together. It's good. There won't be any darshan line outside for today. Just inside we do.
It has been felt to read another poem of Rumi. And I honor to read that for my beloved in this gathering of lovers. Rumi was separated from his master for some time, and he was suffered a lot. And it brought this separation that was not a separation, and brought lots of fire into his heart, and he wrote many beautiful poems in that period, and I felt now is the time to share that beautiful feeling that he found out at this time with everyone here. First I read in Persian and then in English. ای تو به داده در سحر از کف خویش باده ام، ناز رها کن ای صنم، راست بگو که داده ام. گرچه برفتی از برم آن به نرفت از سرم، بر سر ره بیا ببین بر سر ره فتادم. چشم بدی که بود مرا حسن تو در حجاب شد، دوختم آن دو چشم را چشم دگر گشودم. چون بگشاید این دلم جز به امید عهد دوست، نامه عهد دوست را بر سر دل نهادم. زاده اولم بشد زاده عشقم این نفس، زاده اولم بشد زاده عشقم این نفس. من ز خودم زیادتم زان که دوباره زادم. چون ز بلاد کافری عشق مرا اسیر کرد، همچو روان عاشقان صاف و لطیف و ساده‌ام. من به شهی رسیدم زلف خوشش کشیدم، خانه شه گرفتم گرچه چنین پیادم. از تبریز شمس دین بیا، باز بیا مرا ببین، مات شدم ز عشق تو لیک از او زیادم. as the sun rises. You gave me divine wine. Yes, yes, you gave me that. My beloved, please drop your humbleness and tell me that it was only you could give me such wine. You left me, but your love never left my heart. I'm sitting in the empty path impatiently since you have gone. My love, please come back. Look at this path. See how desperately I'm waiting for your return. I could not see your beauty and your light with my eyes, so I closed them and opened an inner eye. I let go of my past. Love gave me new life. This rebirth of love is much, much vaster than me. As you help me drop my mind, my spiritual ego, and became a non-believer, love made me its slave. I became so simple, soft, and transparent, like the souls of lovers. I found my beloved, my sun, my moon, my everything. I'm full of joy. I'm so rich inside. I might look poor from outside, but I enter the kingdom of inner freedom and wealth. My beloved Shams, come back. Come back. See, I'm burning and dancing in the fire of your love. ای تو بداده در سحر از کف خویش باده‌ام، ناز رها کن ای صنم، راست بگو که دادم.
Beautiful.